What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I trust we are all good. Today we're going to learn how to take a pullback trade. Say for example, we have a bearish market, a break of structure. Now at this point we are going to expect price to pull back towards the supply here before selling or buying. So today we're going to learn how to take these pullback trades from here. I will buy from this point all the way to the supply here. So stay tuned, guys. Let's begin. All right, so this is pounds JPY, and on the 15 minutes time frame we can see clearly we have a break of structure here. This is a break of structure to the downside, and this here is our swing high. So we have this here to be our swing high. Now we've established a bearish direction, a break to the downside. So this is our swing high. Now we need to expect price to find its way, probably do some things, find its way back to this point. Then from this supply, maybe we could come down, or maybe it could just go right through the supply. Okay, these are the possibilities we have, right? However, we are focusing on trying to buy from this point, trying to catch a pullback into the supply. So how do we do this, guys? And the market always trends in a direction, okay? Or always follows. Look, for example, we have this. You can see lower highs and lower lows, lower highs and lower lows, right? Good. So if we are going to shift at a point, we'll have a breach of a supply. So right now, all we have to do is wait to see that breach. Okay. So let's play this and see what we get. So currently we can see a break to the downside. This is a break, so we're still going bearish. We have a break to the downside, and this is our swing high, right? So let's see, and we have a shift right here. We have a market shift here. So this becomes our first shift. Okay, so okay, right here, guys, we have our market shift. Now we don't need to be in a haste buying this market, looking for buying opportunity at demands yet. We could play safe, and that is why we're making this video today. Playing safe, being smart, instead of going to look for a buy at this demand, because at somewhere here we can have some buying opportunities. Let's go to lower time frames. Let's see what we have. All right, because we have this demand here on this 10 minutes time frame. You can see this order block, because this is a sharp move here before this break. So we have this structure here. Okay, now we could play safe by waiting for another break, okay, instead of trying to just come by here, right? So let's do this, guys. Let's go on the 15 minutes time frame. Now let's see what we have happening. All right, so right here we have a break of this structure. We have a break of the structure here, and here, all right, price should come back here for proper inducement, okay, because there's a high chance a lot of guys will not get triggered by this week here. So price should come back to this demand for a proper inducement, and we are in that trade for the proper inducement. Okay, now guys, we're still not going to buy yet. We're still not going to buy yet. Okay, let's wait for a breach of this high as well. Okay, let's wait for a breach of this high because we're trying to catch a pullback trade, and the market is going to keep trending in this upward direction until it gets to this point, right? So guys, don't be in a hurry. Don't be in a hurry to just buy from this first demand that caused a shift. Let's wait for a new demand that will cause a break of structure. You see in this case right here, this demand here caused the shift here, but the pullback uh, wasn't deep enough for a proper inducement. So when we had a break of structure, the market had to come back for a proper inducement of that demand, right? Good. In other words, making these a liquidation of this point here. So market had to take out this liquidity to give us a proper inducement. So in other words, we are still working with this demand that caused this shift. We don't want to trade with this one. We don't want to be hasty. We want to be patient. All right. So let's wait and see if we can get another break of this structure here before we start looking for buying opportunities. Okay. And perfect. We have a break again of this structure. Now we're going to follow simple market order flow, right? So let's go on the 5 minutes time frame. Let's see what it looks like. So on the 5 minutes time frame, this is what it looks like. Okay. Now you can see we have a demand here. Let's check a lower time frame and see. So on the 3 minutes time frame, I can see this demand. I'd love to take this demand right here. You can see. So I'd love to take this demand right here for my entry. So guys, this is where we can begin to buy from. Now we can buy here. The reason, look at, we have this demand being mitigated, liquidation to mitigate this demand, a new break. Now we have multiple confluences that clearly this market is going to trend to the upside. And you know guys, we're trying to get to the premium of this supply, so we could probably sell or watch the price action, right? So while we wait, now we've seen that we have a break and a demand, a new demand. Now I would love to be a buyer here, my SL right there, and I would love to go for a 10 hour. All right, so I'd love to go for a 10 hour just like so. Okay, like, all right, let's play this market and see what we have, what happens next. So guys, we are on this trade right here. So today I won't talk about trade management, but we are on this trade right here. Let's go on the 15 minutes time frame. So this is our 10 hour, and we're trying to catch just a 10 hour, right? So let's see what happens in this market. Now guys, you see how we got into this trade? See how we patiently got into this trade? All right, so let's see what happens next. Okay, let's go back on the 5 minutes time frame. All right, we can see this. We can see this. This could be our liquidation, possible liquidation, and this right here, we could call this a shift. So let's play this and see what happens. So we have this market still falling, and now we see we have a supply here, right? We have a supply right here, and we see market building liquidity. Perfect. Now we can see this here to be liquidity that was built up there. We have a liquidity and we have price come back here. Now guys, this can be very tricky. This right here, this whole movement can be very tricky. The reason why I'm saying this is because now we're expecting a pullback into a premium price, but apparently this price hasn't gotten to a premium yet. We're still low, we're still at a very low point. We're still below, we're still at equilibrium. Let's check together. Let's check where we are currently from this point to this pullback. See, we just got into the what equilibrium. We just tapped into the equilibrium price. So if we're going to be sellers, we want to be sellers at a premium, right? So this equilibrium here, it has a high chance of being a fake out. So a lot of times we would see something like this, a sweep, a market shift, and we'll see a structure like this, and we begin to look for selling opportunities. All right, good. Now, mind you guys, if we follow this path, there's a high chance we will take some kind of losses. And let me show you what I mean. Now, this market, we have a break of structure right here. We're bullish. We have a break right here. And since we have a break right here, this right here, remember guys, is our swing low. So this right here is our swing low. And we happen to have price come back to demand on that swing low, right? Good. And when price comes to this demand on this swing low, as we can see here, we have this point. So we expect market to take out this liquidity, isn't it? We expect market to take out this buy side liquidity. Good. Then when it fails to take out this liquidity and probably comes here, it fails to go way past this point and takes out this swing low, then we can now say we are bearish. That is when you can begin to look for some selling opportunity, guys. So we have to be careful with price action. We need to understand price action properly. We are still bullish on this market. We have a break of structure right here. This is the demand. Price have done just all of this just to pull back into this demand and it's still buying. So guys, we have to be careful if we start looking for sell. Now following the 5 minutes price action, it's very possible we could look for sell. And let's go on the 1 minute time frame. Let's see what we have going on here in the 1 minute time frame. If we play this market, all right. So I can also see that we have a sweep again. Now this is a value. This sweep here, level sweep, and you have this market shift again. Now, so we could be sellers. We could be sellers on this demand here on this order block. Okay. So we could be sellers at that order block. SL slide here. And now for targets. Now because we're still bullish, we don't want to have this unrealistic target. Now for starters, we can focus on this target. We can focus on this what structure. We have liquidities resting here. All right. We have liquidities resting here. So we could focus on these kind of structures. Okay. Also, we have you can see in this microstructure, this is a microstructure compared to this macro. We have a break of structure here. We have this break here, and I can see we have a demand right here. You can see this demand here. So let's see. All right. So we could be expecting price to come towards this demand. Let's go for a 10-hour selling. Now we are now trading inside this range. Mind you, we're still buying, we're still trying to buy price to get to this point. But for the meantime, we're seeing a sell inside the structure. This is a valid supply. This supply took out liquidity and gave us a shift, valid. Also piled up liquidity, valid. And giving us another shift on the 1 minute time frame, valid. Of course, we can go for a sell, but not these guys. Don't take this sell anticipating that this should be a continuation to the downside. No, right? The only time we can get a continuation to the downside is when we've taken out this swing low. All right. Good. So once we've taken out the structure, then we can begin to wait for a pullback and repeat this whole process again somewhere here, looking for a sell. All right. So right now you can go for a 10-hour and see what happens to the market. So right here we are on this trade following the 1 minute supply. The same thing we repeated here, a sweep and a shift. We got the same thing here on the 1 minute time frame. So we're on that trade right there. And let's see what happens. Okay, fine. We have our TP hit for a very short time, right? We have this achieved. Now we still have this demand here. All right, okay. So now this demand has been mitigated right here. So guys, now pay attention. We have right here, we have what? We have a sweep as the market is taking out these liquidities here of this low, right? And guys, this is the high. This high right here is responsible for taking out this whole liquidity, this structure here. So we could take this as a break of structure to the downside. Okay, we could say this is a break of structure, and the market has tapped into our order block. So right now we have no idea what's going to happen. We have just this high to contend with and this break of structure. Let's see if probably price will come to this supply here. When it comes to this point, let's say we should expect price to, as usual, come here and trade lower. However, if we fail this supply, then there's a high chance we have to continue in the right direction. Okay, so let's see what happens. Now we see how price return to the order block one more time, and now we have the supply. Awesome. And we have a breach of that supply because this is a supply that actually caused the break of the structure, guys. Okay, so we have a breach of these. So this becomes our market shift. Now guys, this market shift is happening right after we have a mitigation of this order block, because we are still bullish regardless of what we're seeing. Don't try to sell this all the way. You have to follow the price action, guys. You have to just follow price action. Right here we have a market shift, so now we could be buyers again. Now where do we buy from? Clearly we could see that there is an order block here. Clearly there's an order block here. You can see this order block. Let's go on the 1 minute and see, or lower time frame. Awesome. You can see the order block right here. So we could be buyers here again. And let's put a buy. We go in buy here again. Let's sell a little bit below this structure. Okay. And right now, we have to do this. Let's go for another 10-hour. So we're going for another 10-hour. Now we have this one here. Now I'm not going to discuss, guys, trade management. Okay, that will be for another video. So for today, we just have to take this as we have a 10-hour here, taking a 10-hour here, and we're trying to get another one here. So in other videos, I will explain trade management and you'll see the outcome of something like this. Okay, now let's see what happens if we take from this demand right here. So right here, if we take from this demand, we are on this trade here. Okay, And once we are on this trade there, so we're trying to go for another 10 hour, and let's see, we don't want to, okay, yes, we're still right, we're still in line, because we still have this liquidity here, we have this, we need all of these liquidities here to be taken out, all of this buy side liquidity. We're trying to see if price could come to, let's go on the 15 minutes time frame. We're trying to take price to this what, to this supply, to this whole zone here, so we could still be buyers there. All right, let's see how this plays out. Same thing, guys. Here, I'm not going to talk about trade management. Okay, still going to just hold on to the trades. So apparently, this one we have a 10 hour here, and we also have a 10 hour here. And now we've gotten to, oh, you see, okay, guys, you see, let's see what happens. So you see, now this our swing high has been breached. So right here, we have a breach of this swing high. Now this is a pullback. This trade is a pullback trade, and we've gotten to this supply where we're meant to look for some selling opportunities. Of course, we're seeing the market shift to the downside. We need, you see what happened here, guys. You see all this drama that happened here. We needed that to happen here so it could be sellers. But guess what? The market just went through it, and this is, at this point, this becomes a market shift because, guys, we had a break of structure. This was the high that was responsible for breaking the structure. Now that this high has been breached, we just have to repeat the same thing over and over again. Right now, we need to wait for a pullback and buy. You see that this is how we trade. This is how we follow the market sequence, guys. And if you wait for a pullback, you'll see how I got other opportunities later in the future. Like you can see here, I got another opportunity to buy because right now I saw that we had a shift here. So all I did was wait for a pullback and repeat the whole process again. So guys, let's go back here and look at this folder. Now guys, this can be a very tricky structure here, okay? Can be a very tricky structure. The reason why I say this because we can easily take this as a shift, as a sweep and a shift, and start thinking this whole movement here would be responsible for taking price all the way back down. As a continuation, we have a break of structure. I mean, we have a break here, we have a little pullback. We could say this is we could say this is what's happening right now. We could do this and be like, all right, from here we should be doing something like this. Yeah. So this is a very plausible explanations we can give to ourselves. The question here is, if you look at the market structure, we are bullish here. We have a swing low. Prices came to the older block, mitigated it, and came to this point here. So we're still bullish until we have a breach of the swing low. We cannot be selling this market all the way to the downside, right? So we have to be very cautious. And also, you can see how we spotted a break here, a little break inside this whole structure, and we have a demand here. After price tapped into this demand, we have another demand here. That's how we could get this trade right here. So guys, let's be smart and let's watch the market and understand price action very well. Okay, so I hope this was helpful, guys. I hope this was helpful. Please leave your comments and your like behind. Thanks for watching. Peace out.